7654321. Yo.
All right, big welcome everyone to this week's Dan Mastermind, and apologizing for the small delay. We have had a few things with my laptop that I had to sort out, but we are back on track, and I'm so happy to see so many on this call right now. Make sure you invite everyone in your team, everyone in your organization, everyone that is inside of your Ultima community, because on today's call, we're going to give some breaking news, breaking updates. We're going to bring some reminders. We're going to do a training, and we're going to talk about the topics of the week. There's always certain conversations that we are having with our community, with our teams, and over that we lift up on these calls because we need to talk about what is relevant and how we get positioned for the next week, the coming months. The summer is coming in many regions around the world, so a lot to talk about today. For all the new people that is on this call, I know we are growing fast. We're expanding around the world. We got new leaders joining. We got new communities joining. We got new people launching their businesses within Ultima and coming in as passive customers as well. Now, for everyone that is new, we are running this mastermind call for the past 2 years, every single Saturday. We are always bringing the latest news, the latest updates, and everything that you need to know to be fully aware of what is happening within this business, within this platform. Whether you are actively participating in the community of Ultima and growing this community and growing this platform and growing the business, then of course you're going to get the training required, and that's going to come at the second part of this call. Now, you are just here as a customer. It is very important to understand that if you participate in anything in the crypto blockchain space, you need to be involved. You need to immerse yourself into this information. You need to stay up to date. You need to follow the developments. A lot of people believe that a customer, a passive individual can just come, purchase a product, and then leave, and then just watch what happens. It's not how it is. You need to be involved. You need to grow. You need to learn. And that's why this call has been put together for you to have all the news and updates that you need to be able to understand the developments within the company as well. Now, I'm going to start with that. I'm going to go through a little bit of where we are right now and where we are going. We're going to bring on Danish later on that will be talking about training for those who are actively building the business, how it is that we can get new momentum, how it is that we can find the right people into organization, how it is that we can build our businesses, and what is that we then have learned throughout our journey of this industry. How can you find the right people? How is it that you should go out there and identify who it is that's going to explode your business? Who should you put your energy in? Who should you focus on? That is a very, very big question that you will get the answers to on this call. And at the end of this call, we're going to bring in Navid. He's going to talk more about an event that is coming up. And we have the next event coming up in Europe. And we're working on generating a new momentum, and we will discuss all of this as well on this call. So with that being said, guys, let's jump straight into it. We have had a week of a lot of development. We have had a lot of information this week, and we were hoping to have a call, have a meeting with Alex before this call, but we had so much knowledge from him last weekend. So what I remember from the last call is how Alex went into the details on the progress within the company. He was discussing the progress within the green pool, the transition into the gold pool, why that was needed, and how the green pool was mainly wind tokens, that was activating that, but at the same time, those who purchase the green pool with Ultima token will be able to get the full valuation for their use splits at the time of swapping or purchasing the gold split with the use splits. This will come as soon as the green pool has run out of tokens. And as always said, the green pool were always meant to be upgraded in one shape or form to become lifetime. And the way to upgrade is to merge with the gold pool to be able to make it lifetime. Now, for those who are quite new, and when we are discussing lifetime, not lifetime, and what does it mean? Of course, this technology and any technology is developing every single week. Whether you are a company in the technical field like Apple, every single year there's a new iPhone, there's a new features, there's new upgrades, there's new updates. And even throughout the year with the same device, you have updates on the software, you have new functions that is being added, new bugs being fixed. This is the process of any company in the technical field. Now, for those who are looking into Ultima right now and seeing the growth that is happening, this is, of course, because Ultima is operating in the fastest growing industry in the world, within the blockchain industry, where every single day we're having changes in regulations, we're having changes in terms of the direction of this industry. We're having curveballs thrown at us in this industry every single hour. And to become a leader of this industry, it is extremely challenging. You need to be in very, very strong position to be able to be flexible, to be able to adjust to market conditions, to be able to change direction when needed, to not become a stagnant company, because stagnant companies will always fall in a fast-changing environment. Whether it is now when the industry of blockchain is emerging, or back in the time when internet was developed, the fast-growing, fast-adjusting, flexible organizations were those companies were able to navigate through this climate and get out on the other side as winners. So just appreciate that this company has been here for the past 8 years and navigated through a extremely challenging environment, and of course still being here right now, growing, expanding, and becoming better. Now back to the pools. The same way happened with the pools. When we launched the pools, the technology was completely new. This is the first time in the history of this industry that someone has invented the technology of splitting. And this technology has a very strong purpose, where it is a product to grow community, to create a reward system where people are benefiting by joining. This is how to build a community. At the same time, the product has to support the tokenomics of the token. And that is very important, because when we're looking at the Ultima token, knowing that we only have 100,000 tokens, and we have a technology which has been designed to decrease supply and grow community. Now, this technology will continuously improve to make it better and better, to make it more lucrative for the customers, to make it better for the tokenomics, and it's going to come step by step. Now, we have made immense growth the past months, starting with a pool, which was the red pool, where it was lifetime, and it's because almost 70% of the Ultima tokens in the total supply is inside the VIP pool, which was the first pool. Now, the progression from that was into the green pool, and going into the green pool, that was not lifetime, and the idea was that the community will fill it up over time. Now, of course, to make it lifetime, it had to be a technical development made inside of the software, and that's why the gold pool was launched, because they had to implement a new technology to bring splits from the red pool into the gold pool to make it lifetime and benefit from the 70% supply of Ultima that is locked up inside the red pool. Now, of course, from that time, that idea was to try to upgrade the green pool to make it lifetime as well, but the technical challenges regarding that was not easy, and the best solution would be to merge the green pool with the gold pool, as the gold pool was already with the latest technology and already lifetime. At the same time, it goes hand in hand with the company's vision of decreasing the supply. And of course, initially, when we hear decreased supply, we think less tokens to us. And that's not, or less rewards to us. That is not how we should think. We should understand that if it is a scenario where there's less supply in the market and a community is continuously growing, the price increases, the rewards is increasing as well. So these are the adjustments that has to be made. And without adjustments, there is no future for a company in this industry. And that's something very important to understand for everyone that is a part of this community. There is a lot that we have to learn as we are entering the blockchain and crypto space, and is to understand how a company is progressing and how adjustments has to be made. And sometimes we are happy for them, sometimes we are questioning them, but in the end, we can see how this company has become a multi-billion-dollar organization over the past 8 years. And there's something Alex has done that is maintaining the growth that we're seeing, and 50,000 other companies have not been able to maintain this. So there is something he's doing right here, which is incredible. Now, looking into the future of the pool system and the continuous upgrades, now we have the gold pool becoming lifetime. We're having the premium pool launching, which comes with a new technology, an upgraded version, because we saw how this was developing and we were watching what it is that Alex will do next. And here we have the splitting 2.0 system, which is taking the pool technology to a new level. Now, this is like a new iPhone, and every single iPhone comes with new features. And this new feature inside of the premium pool is a feature of the buyback pool. So everyone entering into the premium pool right now, you have direct access to the technology of splitting 2.0. What it means is simply that with the technology of splitting 2.0, it's connected to a buyback pool. It means that for every premium split that you are acquiring, whenever you are not happy with the rewards, or you want to make an exit, or you want to do something else, you can take your premium splits and you can send them into the payback pool, and you return your Ultima back. And at the price of euro, meaning if you purchase 2,200 euro worth of splits, you get back 2,200 euro worth of premium splits, according to what Alex shared last week. Now, that means that all the rewards you're collecting is rewards that is becoming like a profit. And of course, on top of that, you can take back the initial. It's like a lending program. You're lending your tokens to the pool to receive rewards. And when you return the tokens back, you stop receiving rewards, but at least you can keep the rewards you have collected and you get your initial back. I believe this technology is going to change the landscape in terms of how people are looking at the splitting technology. Because before we came into the splitting technology, and the first question was, when will I break even? When will I get back the Ultima I put in? And of course, that is the first thought. Now, with the splitting 2.0, it has changed the dynamics, because what is happening now, we know that we can get the initial back, which means that we are looking at each reward as a separate reward and not to just return what you put in, but actually that becomes a benefit and a positive instead of trying to catch up starting from a negative. So I believe that the splitting 2.0 is going to change the dynamics of how people perceive the splitting technology. And this is a big upgrade, which is already implemented into the premium pool. Now, as Alex always tries to do, and Ultima, the technical team of over 1,000 people behind the scenes, at any time there's a new technology developed, they try to bring it into previous products. Sometimes it's possible to bring it into the previous pools. Sometimes the technical limitations or the smart contract would not allow it. So, of course, that would mean that the splitting 2.0 is at least going to be from the premium pool and all coming pools. We also know that Alex is working on a splitting 3.0 technology, but this is not until next year, as Alex is predicting that next year there will be a continuous progression with the splitting technology, making it better and better, making it more rewarding, and making it better for the Ultima token. So This is the journey we have had since the splitting technology was put in place. And of course, there's been other developments where the halving has been increased. There's halvings happening every 6 months on the coming pools. And that's, of course, if you're looking at the splitting 2.0, is a benefit from the premium pool, and a benefit from the old pools is that they have halving every 12 months. So in the old community, you have, of course, the benefit of 12-month halving. And in the new community, looking at the premium pool, you have the benefit of the buyback pool as for now. So everyone has different dynamics and different benefits, and these are strategies that you need to look into and make the most out of. We also have the news from Alex how the Royal Pool will be allowed for people to purchase Royal splits with smart tokens that has been used in the swapping procedure and is in your dashboard. So this is something that is gonna be made available very soon. And there's also gonna be a smart pool created where you can utilize either Ultima or Smart to get into a pool and generate more smart tokens. So the progress is happening. It's all about driving the community, driving the demand for the smart, and bringing the smart into the splitting technology with its own pools, and also to drive, of course, the splitting technology for Ultima, and continuously find the perfect balance between creating a reward system that is lucrative enough by at the same time maintaining the integrity of the tokenomics to make sure that the price is increasing. And this is the dynamics to be aware of, because if we're increasing the pools and the payments from the pools, people initially say, oh, that's great. But an influx of tokens in the market means the price comes down, and now it's not so great anymore. To reduce the supply and make the price increase is, of course, making people initially say, I get less rewards. But in the end, they see the price go up and now they get excited. So I believe that the best strategy is to continuously find the balance and allow the price to increase by step decreasing the supply to market and increasing the price, because then our rewards is maintaining and increasing, and that is going to create the best possible future for all of us. Because with the growing price, there's going to be growing excitement, it's going to be growing community, it's going to be growing, everything is going to be growing, because as we know, retail community, new crypto enthusiasts, they stop working and stop getting excited when the price goes down, and they get excited when the price goes up. Many people say to us, I will start working when I see the price higher. And I'm looking at them and said, okay, but that goes against all the rules of any investing, any engagement in any asset. If you are convinced that for the past 8 years, there's been a certain foundation set in place by Ultima, and that there's a chance for this to become a massive, massive blockchain company in these coming years, then you should make that decision first. Do you believe that this company will become a massive player in the industry with all the resources they have, with the big community they have, the technology it took 8 years to develop, with the experience of trying, failing, fixing, making better, challenging the status quo of this industry, coming with new solutions and continuous developing? Is that experience worth something in this marketplace? Of course. And it's the community, the technology, and the ecosystem, and everything, the licenses, the regulatory framework that it built up, the 1,000 employees. This is where you can look at the valuation of a company. And then when you have decided, okay, I believe that Ultima has a strong future, because there's not any other company I've seen in our industry that has anything close to what Alex has been able to create with Ultima. And also to go through challenges and come back stronger all the time. That is something that we have not seen in the industry before. So when we understand that value, we now are zooming out, and then we're looking at, okay, I'm believing in what's happening here. And many people, what's happening, that you're not allowing the time to be able to let it play out. We want to make millions today. We don't have patience. We don't have any form of understanding of technical enhancement and development. So we want everything today. And instead of understanding, zoom out and said, okay, I made a decision to join this company because I understand the value of the 8 years, 1,000 employees, technology, experience, vision, and the products. and then I give it time to grow. This is what every company has done over time. And that means when price is decreasing, it gives you a better entry. If the price goes up to $6,000, then people would be excited again. If you go to $10,000, people would be excited again, and people start again. But the people who understand this industry, the people who's been able to benefit from this industry, they understand that first we make a decision. Is this company something I believe in? Yes. Okay, then I'm happy with a low price because I can get lower entries. When the price gets down, I'm entering, because when the price goes to 10,000 and everyone starts working, I already made 300% from the current price. And this is the kind of mindset we got to have. It is to, number one, you always do your due diligence before you come in. You make a decision based on the data. And if you believe that this has a great future, which I believe you have done because you are on this call, you have made your due diligence, you have understood there's a future with Ultima, then you're looking at your strategies to accumulate as much as you can to position yourself in the best way possible to benefit from the potential future of Ultima becoming number one in the industry. So this is the kind of mindset we have adopted, and why we're running the way we're doing, and how we're growing the community to tens of thousands of people, and how we're looking at the circumstances and what drives us on a daily basis. So just keep this with you guys. And I have other news as well, which I just got confirmed by Alex right now, is that the premium pool as well is going to be limited in amount of splits that's going to be inside of it. Now, where that limitation is going to be and how it's going to come in, we're going to leave to Alex to announce. But there is confirmed by Alex that there's going to be a limited amount of splits in the premium pool. And according to the sales and the calculations that we have made, there is a low amount of premium splits in the premium pool right now. So you can make your own strategies, you can make your own calculations, and you can understand that if it is correct 100% that there's going to be a limitation on the premium splits, and you get in at a time where there's low amount, historically we have seen that is the most powerful way to enter any pool of Ultima. And that could be a strategy to adopt and to apply, knowing what has happened and how people that has been taking action on big promotions early in pools has been able to benefit the most out of it. So these are strategies we need to look at objectively to make our own strategy and apply our own action steps to make the most out of this. So that is something that I also want to bring up. And there's a lot of questions that is repeating, guys. Alex confirmed very clearly last week on the call that the cashback program is in work. They're working on it. Anytime there is a delay, it is not always with Ultima. There's third-party providers that is providing technology, providing vouchers, providing certain tools that is necessary to build the bridge between the fiat world and the crypto world. And that's sometimes those third parties are delaying or defaulting and is taking time. But Alex, of course, continues to say that he has other solutions. He's working on other options. He have other solutions, whether it's the debit card. We have seen how we had some challenges with our previous debit card because of regulations in the previous, in Europe and inside of previous companies that Ultima has been connected to. But then a new solution came up and a new debit card is put in place. And even now we got two different debit cards, a virtual and a physical. This is the kind of progress that has to happen where it is quick to fix certain things. And just know that the cashback program is being worked on with third parties. And Alex is working very hard on this. And this is a priority, which has been explained by Alex. The same as many other things that we are waiting for. Let's give them time to develop these things. Let's give them time to put things in order. And as we have been following this company for the past 2 years, we can say one thing, that Alex does not forget about previous community. There's always opportunities for people to continuously benefit from the growth of this company. And of course, to grow within the Ultima ecosystem and growing the community as well, if that's what you want to do, and benefit from that as well. So a lot of development that is happening, guys. So with that, I also want to give a quick reminder, as we have now implemented the Infinity bonus for even smaller ranks. And for everyone that is new to this Infinity bonus, and for those with smaller ranks, just keep in mind, guys, that you need to have 5,000 euro inside your first 3 levels with the 50-30-20 rule to activate your Infinity bonus every month. So at the end of every month, make sure you log into your dashboard, click the Infinity bonus, and see if you are qualified to receive the Infinity bonus. That is very important, because if you are not qualified, you are not receiving it. So 5,000 euro of sales within your first 3 levels, according to the 50-30-20 rule, is the qualification to be able to receive the Infinity bonus. Now, I see some questions that's repeating here. The Unity pool is not going to be closed. The Unity pool is going to run out of Ultima tokens because it's being merged with the gold pool. And you can see this in the coming days, I believe on the 20th, according to my previous calculations. So you can make your strategies when you want to swap into the gold pool and how you want to do it, or you want to stay until the end of the green pool. However you want to do that, it's up to everyone to set your own strategies and do everyone's own calculations. So that's very important. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that everyone has been able to get the insights that you need to be able to understand the developments that is happening, the challenges of the industry we're in, but also the opportunities that we're in. We're right now in the biggest transfer of wealth in history. We are seeing how the whole world is progressing into a blockchain-based reality. Every single corporation, every single government, every single institution is moving on the blockchain. And we are in this industry. We are in the forefront of this evolution and revolution. And this is not going to be a time where it's easy, but it's going to be a time with the biggest amount of opportunity. But right now in the digital gold rush, and the digital gold rush is going to favor the ones who has patience, who is engaged, who is participating, who is growing, educating yourself, and doing everything in your power to get the most out of this digital gold rush that is happening right now. And I believe that this time that we're in right now is going to be a time where individuals in our future, our kids, grandkids, is going to look back and say, wow, my parents, my grandparents were a part of the digital gold rush. The same way we're talking about the gold rush that happened a few hundred years ago, where people were flooding in US to collect gold, and how this become an opportunity for many to make a lot of money, not only by digging gold, but also by building companies surrounding the gold industry, providing the shovels to dig for gold. There's a lot of opportunities that is happening in this kind of times when the systems is changing. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a reminder that the challenges we're going through right now is worth it, because if you are going through challenges in a time like this, you can also know that it is a lot of opportunity for those who is not giving up, for those who is continuously growing, and for those who continuously doing everything in your power to put the right strategies in play. Take back your power, take back your energy. Don't blame any circumstances. We're all fully responsible for our personal decisions. And with this, you're going to move with power and certainty. And I can guarantee you're going to have a success story that will be shared throughout your bloodline on how it was for you to go through the digital gold rush and change the course of your family's future. That is something that drives me extremely strongly right now with the circumstances we're seeing in the world. With that being said, guys, for all the people that is just participating in the customer, as a product, these are the updates. More information will come from Alex in the coming voice notes, incoming webinars. And we just want to remind you guys of the previous things he said last week and for some updates this week. But in the end, guys, we're going to now progress into the second part of this webinar. For those who want to grow the business, for those who want to become a professional in this industry, a professional leader, for those who want to learn from experience over the past 10 years in this industry, how you can build a big team, how you can participate in the digital gold rush actively, by actually taking active action to build teams and educate and empower others. this is the opportunity we have. And I don't know anyone better that can talk about this than Danish, who has spent the past many years going to the top of this industry, and someone that took me from not understanding nothing about network marketing to get in and get to a point where I today feel I have learned a lot, I've developed a lot, and I've been able to climb, and humbly are very grateful for what I've learned from this individual. So with that, I'll hand over to Danish. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, we will talk about the next big convention in Europe. So stay behind to get that information. Over to you, Danish.
Thank you so much. Fantastic breakdown of everything in the business. We're so proud and excited, of course, to not only be a part of Ultima, but at the same time also to continue thriving forward to make sure that this business grows from strength to strength after so many years of it being in the industry. And we cannot be more excited with the year 2024 and what's about to come. Now, my part of today's mastermind is really and truly a reminder to all of us network marketeers out there. You might be someone who's brand new to the industry and business of network marketing. You might be someone that has been through the mill, has been through the process of many companies before, and you're still here and you're wanting to push through the boundaries. I salute both crowds of people. I really do, because this industry that we are in is the best industry in this entire world. I hand on heart can say that. And I'm saying that because it gives us so many different levels of freedom. And I'm not just talking about financial freedom. I'm talking about time freedom. I'm talking about quality of life freedom. I'm talking about freedom of choice. As and when you want to do something, you can. You have the flexibility to do it. So many times I've heard, during the times of COVID and the pandemic, et cetera, everyone was talking about how their corporate institutes had to now move into an online-based strategy, an online-based way of communicating. And I'm scratching my head thinking to myself, geez, we've been doing that forever. That's pretty much how we've been building our businesses online. And we also have the option to do it physically, which is always better, because as they say, belly-to-belly network marketing is the best form of network marketing, because you're feeling the person, you're touching them, you're seeing that they're real, not in a bad way. I'm talking about in a good way, okay, in a professional way. And they are there. They're there for them to share their stories with you, their testimonies with you, et cetera. So it's an incredible time. It's an incredible moment. It is definitely that period of space where we can really focus on one thing and really give it everything that we possibly can. The topic, again, going back to what I was saying earlier, is prospecting for me, okay? I know, and I know you know how to prospect, but in network marketing, we get used to repetition, we get used to duplication, and we get used to the aspect of reminding our fellow network marketeer brothers and sisters how it is that they need to prospect in this business. There's one very big mistake that we have seen in the experience of network marketing, and that big mistake is people being desperate to sign other people into the business. Now, I know from the offset that probably doesn't make any sense, because every single one of us want to increase the size of our teams. Every single one of us wants to increase the size of our leadership, so that we have more and more front lines that we have signed up directly to work with, so that they grow many organizations in our business. Yes, I get it. But the mistake that people have made throughout our careers in network marketing is when they show desperation. All right, they're so desperate to get anyone and everyone to join their business. Ladies and gentlemen, this business is not about that. This business of network marketing, this business of Ultima is all about qualifying the prospect. Now, for all the real leaders that are listening to what I'm saying, they're not just hearing, I hope you guys have your pens and pieces of paper, because I'm going to give you a few clues as to what it takes for you to qualify a prospect in order for you to gauge whether this prospect is someone that has a future in your life and your life also has a future in their life. Okay, so here are a few pointers to sort of guide you and help you, and a few reminders. I know you guys know what you're doing, for the experienced ones. I understand that. I'm not trying to teach you to change things. No, I am purely just trying to remind you of the certain attributes that you should be looking at within people that you're trying to bring into the business without being desperate. Okay? And before I go into those attributes, I would rather, okay, prospect in a way where I am going out there. I'm not talking about the business that I'm doing, but I'm talking about the quality of people that I want in my organization and I want to train and I want to mentor. So for example, you can always go out there on your social media feeds or however it is that you're going out there and expanding your business and talk about how you as an individual are looking to mentor people that have, for example, the desire to be self-employed. So imagine putting out a post, instead of you sharing the company that you're doing, or instead of you sharing and giving away the secret without even knowing the person, without even building a relationship with them, you just give away the secret to say, hey guys, this is the company I'm promoting, call me if you're interested. Instead, change that. Try and do it in a way where you're qualifying the right people to come to you by saying, looking to mentor 10 new business partners who have a desire to be self-employed, who have a desire to become entrepreneurs, who have a desire to create freedom in their life. Change the way you market yourself as a leader. Make yourself a bit more attractive, and that way you will have prospects automatically qualified to become a part of you and a part of your business. So here are the few small attributes that you can look for when you are promoting and prospecting for this business, Ultima, okay? Number one, are the individuals that you are talking to, are they ambitious? Are they driven? So when you sit down with them for the very first meeting, are you just going straight into the Ultima presentation, or are you actually creating a rapport? Are you actually talking to them about what's good, what's not good in the world? What is it that they are wanting to achieve in their world? Okay. Number two, are they enthusiastic? Okay. Do they show you a good energy where literally you sit there and you're like, gosh, I wish I had this person as a business partner. You know, this is the right person that I need in my team. Are they enthusiastic? Number three, are they determined? Okay, so how do you gauge whether they are determined? Well, it's simple. You just simply ask them a question. Listen, tell me about a tough time that you've had in your life and tell me how you overcame that. How did you overcome this tough time in your life? The answer to that question will determine whether they are so focused on getting from A to B, which is point number 4. Do they have a conducive personality? Will they do whatever it takes to get from one point of failure and then the second point of failure, the very third point of failure? And are they willing to move to the point of success no matter how many times they fail? That's what it means to have a conducive personality. Okay, number 5, do they have a strong why? Why are you doing this, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect? What is it that you want to achieve? Now remember, I'm just going to go back a few steps. Earlier, I mentioned that when you are looking for prospects, you've got to look in a different way. Okay, you've got to look in a way which makes you the attractive person. You've got to look for these prospects in a way where you are showing them that you are confident that you are going to take them from their position right now, which has no success, to a position of success. Are you confident as that person to take them from one journey to another? And that's the way you've got to market yourself as a network marketer. Okay, number 6, are they open-minded? So besides having a strong why are you doing this? Are they open-minded? Are they open-minded to such an extent that they want to take a step in an uncomfortable place and actually they have a willingness to learn from someone who is already on the journey to success, and that someone is you? I mean, if you're signed up in this business, your journey to success has started. And as Amila said, if you're sitting on a call like this, your journey to success has started. The only difference is you just need to believe that. And the moment you start truly believing that, and the moment you start developing the ability to learn and the willingness to learn, guys, it's only a matter of time between now and then. But the key here is, how do you look for people that carry the same drive as you? And these are the key points. So let's continue. Number 7, have they got a willingness to change? Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, are they the type to go out of their comfort zone and try new things? If they're scared to stand up on stage and eat that microphone like it's a lovely soft serve ice cream, okay, how do you get them to change that? You've got to give them that self-belief. You've got to make sure you give them that confidence. How can you give them that confidence? Well, it's very simple. If you are qualifying your prospect correctly, you know they carry the right traits, the right qualities for them to actually stand up on stage and be confident on stage. So you tell them that. You explain that to them. Okay, number 8, do they have a positive attitude? Okay, it's the classic saying, do they see the negatives and the positives? Or do they see the positives and the negatives? You want to be working with someone who sees the positives in the negatives, who sees the positives in challenges. That's who you want to be working with. So this is what it takes to qualify a prospect, okay? The positives in the negatives, and that person, when you surround yourself with them, that is what makes a very, very, very good business partner. Because through thick and thin, through trials and tribulations, through tough times and good times, doesn't matter. They're always there because they've got a very strong resolve. Okay, let's move on. Do they have a desire to be self-employed? So earlier I mentioned, how do you qualify? Well, send out a message to say, I'm looking for 10 strong business partners who have the absolute desire to be self-employed, entrepreneurs, and really go-getters. Inbox me, or whatever the case may be. And now that might be a little bit old school for some of us new school people over here, but truly, that's really what you're looking for. And you've got to be very honest about it as well. And you've got to have the confidence that you can actually take a person from a position of absolutely no success in their life and take them on the journey to become successful. And that's what your goal is as a leader. Let's move on. Hard worker, all right? When I've, stepped into the realm of network marketing, to be very honest with you, I have created a scenario whereby during the weekdays, it's almost like a weekend. Why? Because I have freedom of time. I can choose to do what I want. Because I don't have a boss that tells me, listen, this is the time you have to report to a certain place. Oh, by the way, on Saturday, you don't need to work. Oh, by the way, on Sunday, you don't need to work. Listen, it's very good to establish a balance in your life. But during those times, you've got to create a scenario where you are so fresh that even if someone calls you to a meeting on a Saturday evening, you're willing to go to it. So that's what determines a very hard worker, because they're willing to do whatever it takes to get to the next step. All right, let's talk another 2 more points and then we'll move on, okay? Integrity. Integrity is extremely crucial and is the backbone to how your business partnerships form, okay? People with integrity are the very same people that are going to absolutely be your wingmen and women to carry you and them forward into the realm of success. And integrity is crucial for that, all right? And then finally, this is the most important one, okay? You cannot work with someone that you don't enjoy working with. You can't, especially in this industry of network marketing. If you don't feel like picking up that phone and you don't feel like it's a happy thing to pick up the phone and actually speak to that person and enjoy even the thought process of picking up that phone and saying, wow, I can't wait to speak to this business partner of mine, something is wrong. So make sure you don't overlook the aspect of someone you want to work with, right? This is someone you enjoy speaking to. This is someone that you really can't wait to go and see and have a business meeting with and discuss the trials, the tribulations, the challenges they had. This is, ladies and gentlemen, how we qualify a prospect in network marketing. These are the different traits that you've got to look for, and don't be desperate, okay? Here's the truth. Not everyone that you prospect is going to become your business partner, okay? Not everyone that you prospect is going to become your business partner, and that is perfectly fine. And this brings me to my next point, okay? We have a concept in network marketing, all right, which is safety in numbers and the law of averages, okay? Safety in numbers and the law of averages. This concept is called Sinaloa. All right? And it's a numbers game, which is what we have to understand. Okay? And the numbers game can be depicted very easily by way and means of the following example. For example, I have a list of 100 names. Okay? 100 names that I feel, you know what? I've got to give every single one of these people on this list of 100 people a chance for them to become my business partners, for them to have one or two or three of the qualities that I've just mentioned in qualifying a prospect. So you start calling these 100 people, right? And only 50 people pick up the phone. Wow, that's a lot of phone calls to only have 50 people pick up the phone. Out of the 50 people that pick up the phone from your list of 100, only 25 people confirm that they will attend your online presentation. Okay? Because the balance, 25, they're like, not really interested, don't have the time. Out of the 25, only 12 attend the call. Okay? And then finally, out of the 12, only 3 of them sign up to your business. So dare I remind you, from a list of 100 names, you've identified 3 business partners. And trust me when I say this, right now, every single top leader in the business of Altima has a minimum of 3 lines. A minimum. All it takes is 3 people, guys. But 3 well-qualified individuals who absolutely carry all of the traits that I've just mentioned, that I've asked you to write down. If you can find just those 3 people, and you have to go through a lot of people to just find those 3 people. But my goodness, if you find those 3 people, you're set, guys. You're set. Okay? You're the 4th one. You are leading them. You are pushing them. You're pushing their teams. And you are conducting what's called tap routing. Please write this down. TAP. Second word, routing. ROOTING. If you find these 3 people and you start opening up their heads and seeing where their contacts are and who their contacts are, and you start approaching their contacts with them, all of a sudden you are tap rooted. And next thing you know, you've got a business which has 100 people. Next thing you know, you're training those 100 people on how to qualify the prospects that they bring into the business and how to make sure that they don't become desperate. Because they need to find the right business partners. Because you tell them, hey, you only need 3. Just 3. Is it great if you have 4? What the hell? That's a complete bonus and blessing. Is it great if you have a 5th one? Oh my God, you're on a roll. You are on an absolute roll. You are on fire. Guys, 3 people, okay? 3% of the people you prospect are what you actually need in your business. I need you to understand this. Only 3%. So people ask me the question, isn't network marketing really hard? Because you get rejected a lot of times. Yeah, it's damn hard. But I'll tell you what's harder. What's harder is knowing the potential of how big you can grow a business in network marketing and seeing that opportunity sail away like a ship. And you are conforming to the idea of societal 9 to 5, okay, where you're okay that your boss is telling you that this is how much you are worth per hour. I'm sorry, that is much more painful for me than accepting rejection from the 97 people that I made sure I wanted to bring into my business, and I only signed up 3. I'll tell you now, I would accept rejection from 97 people over and above watching that ship sail past me, knowing that I've just missed an opportunity of a lifetime. So my point over here, fellow leaders, is get used to getting rejected. Get rejected with a smile on your face. Don't be afraid of it, okay? Get used to this business being challenging because the rewards are so huge that what will happen is the challenges, you just overcome them naturally because you're too busy trying to chase that success, okay? Another thing I would like for everyone to write down right now is the following statement, and I would love for you guys to tell this to your teams, okay? Here goes. Prospecting is not about convincing. It's about sorting people. Okay? Prospecting is not about convincing people. It's about sorting people. What do I mean? I am not going to spend time speaking to an individual, trying to convince them over and over again when they're throwing challenges at me to say, well, what about this? And what about that? What about this? No, I don't see it this way. I don't see it that way. Can you see how they're trying to find the negatives and the positives? And you're there trying to fight this endless battle, and you're going against a brick wall, and you're trying to convince them, you're convincing them. This business is not about convincing people. This business is about sorting people. And how do you sort them? You don't present Ultima as the first thing. No, you create the relationship. You identify the qualities within this human being. You ask the questions such as, for example, what drives you? What motivates you? What is your why? How do you deal with challenges? You need to understand, is this person like you? And then after that, you say the line, you know, I think you're going to really like what I have to present to you today. And I really think you're going to like it because I like it and I can see a lot of similarities between us. Would you mind if I spend 15 to 20 minutes explaining what I do as a living and how it's completely changed my life? Now, the gateway that you have opened up because you've spent time qualifying the prospect and they see that you see their point of view. Trust me, guys, you'll get 100% success rate if you prospect like this. Because categorically, they are going to understand that you understand them. And when you understand them, they will say to themselves, I have to listen to this person because it's the first time in my life that someone has actually agreed to the things that I like and I want to do and how driven I am. Believe me, guys, you will have 100% success rate if you approach the business of Ultima in a slightly different way. Okay? Don't just send the PDF to the person to say, here, see what I'm doing. No, this is a human resources business, guys. You've got to spend time with people and you've got to sit down with them and understand what it is that they want to achieve in their life. Tell them how you agree with that. When you agree with that, they will think, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I like this guy. I like this girl. Tell me more about what you do. All of a sudden, what have you done? You're not convincing them. You are sorting people out. That's what you're doing. Okay, and then finally, the last point before I end off with a saying, and you know, I love ending off with good quality quotes for us to think about over the weekend, especially after a mastermind call, is figure out, ladies and gentlemen, figure out your income producing activity. Okay, your IPA. Okay, yeah, it's a fancy term. And sometimes I love to test fellow network marketeers to say, hey, by the way, what's your IPA? And they're looking at me saying, IPA? Sounds like, I don't know, isn't that like a driving license code or something? No. An IPA is an income producing activity. Find out what you as an individual are good at. Meaning, are you good at one-to-one presentations? Do you feel like you can close and prospect people better? Are you good at presenting opportunities online where you're inviting a lot of people onto a Zoom call? Are you better at creating an event at the end of the month and on the event you're better at standing up on stage? Are you better at creating a scenario where you invite 5 good prospects that you've qualified to your home? You feed them a nice meal, okay? And then you do a presentation for them. And because it's a nice homely environment, you find that your closing is a lot better. Yes, guys, I'm talking about network marketing activity. What is your income producing activity that produces the income for your business and has the highest success rate? What is that? You got to figure these things out. Because if you think you're just going to sit there and try and present Ultima and send people PDFs, guys, this is the reason why people fail in this business. And trust us, we know. We've been through it. We were never, ever mentored. We had to learn this the hard way. And what are we doing on these Den masterminds? We're giving this information to you for free so you don't make the mistakes and you don't miss the timeline of making that income. Okay, so figure out what your IPA is. And you know what? Here's a secret. The next call you have with your team, ask them, hey guys, what's your IPA? And they'll stare at you saying, oh, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And say to them, well, that's an income producing activity. And yeah, it's cool because you'll sound really fancy when you say that. Go ahead, use the term. That's the whole point, again, of these calls. We want to give you this advice. So you go away and you create bigger and better teams and you qualify your prospects better. So I've got one more thing that I wanted to add, guys. And this was a saying from the very famous Eric Worre. Okay. And I would love for every single one of you guys to write this down. Think about it this Saturday, this Sunday, so that you really attack next week, Monday, or even tomorrow with the right mindset. And here it goes. You've got to look at all of your prospects as having the potential to be leaders, and you will find leaders. Okay? Look at all of your prospects that you qualify that are in your business as having the potential to be leaders, and you will find leaders. Why do I say this? Because so many people come to us and say, how do you find these leaders? How is it that you managed to build this guy to Black Diamond? Oh, he must have been good before. She must have been amazing before. No, guys. 9 times out of 10, we've always looked for people that have good qualities as a prospect. We bring them into our business. We work with them. We train them. We train their people. And all of a sudden, they become the biggest leaders. And people from the outside think that we just grab this leader and put them into the business. No, we didn't, guys. Leaders are built, okay? They are not some kind of product you can buy off the shelf. You build leaders. And how you build leaders is by qualifying them in the right way. So that's the message of the week. And hopefully you can think about how you qualify your individuals, the people that you bring into the business, in a much better way into this incredible opportunity that, as Emil said, has been running for such a long period of time, guys. We have got such a brilliant opportunity over here to really focus. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, but that's in every business we do. Okay, guys? So let us focus on the right people coming to your business. Remember, prospecting is not about convincing, it's about sorting. As you sort your people out, your value increases. Because you're not desperate to sign someone up. You are showing them that, you know what, I can be picky and choosy with who I want to work with. Because I know I'm going to make them successful. And if you're so confident with that, believe me, your business will explode. So with that being said, I'm going to bring on my business partner, Navid, who's going to talk a little bit about an absolutely incredible, very special event that is taking place very soon. Okay, so we are following up on this event from the Dubai event. Bang, there's another event that's being hosted by 2 incredible leaders of our business, Eniko as well as Terry, who just got their Black Diamond Awards. And my goodness, these guys are going to rock and shake that stage. So we want everyone to be there. But I'm not going to take away too much of what Navid's about to say. So Navid, if you're there, my brother, the floor is yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Danish. Thank you so much, Emil. So guys, yes, just like you're saying, Danish, a few weeks ago we had the Dubai to the Moon event. And I think many people that was there was very delighted with the output of the event, how it was done, how it was conducted. And I think everybody that is there and everybody that is coming to these events always constantly get reminded about, getting the team, getting together. The team can strategize together, the team can build together, and also the team growth, not only, of course, in size after the event, but also, of course, personally, where people come and maybe get different insights of nuggets, that they can maybe catch from the stage, or even more importantly, from the side talk. When you talk to leaders that is there, when you talk to Crosslines that is there, you share ideas and thoughts, and you kind of grow from that. You also, of course, expand your network, you expand your way of looking at things as well. And I think that is very, very important. So just like you said, Danish, you know, on the 8th of June, we have a new team event coming up. And I mean, just the location is absolutely amazing. It will be in Budapest. It's a city I really enjoy. I think it's very beautiful. It's great architecture there. So, you know, what you can do as well, maybe come a few days earlier, have a day as well of great relaxation of going around and looking at the city. You know, maybe make a team activity out of that as well, you know, to build those memories and to build those, you know, team activities. That is so important. You know, it's not only about the actual event, it's more about, you know, the actual being around feeling, being around your team members, gather your team members in a location that is not at home, where everybody is relaxing, you know, they don't have home duties in their back of their head. You know, they are in a neutral location together with you, where you can really get to know them, get to know what they need, get to know their desires. You can actually really get to know their dreams and ambitions, and really be able to also infuse them after the event of reminding them about these things that you found out over this time period that you actually spend together with them. That is so crucial. And also amazing timing, guys. I would say the timing of this event, I believe, could not be better in any kind of way. You know, the schools usually stops the week after, which makes this event a really good one, you know, where it's basically right before the summer breaks and also vacations, of course. You know, the summer is not the worst period in network marketing. I know many and some people believe that. I really and truly believe the complete opposite. Myself, during my 15 years in network marketing, I believe that I've seen the greatest momentum over summers, actually, over summer holidays, especially if the leadership is united, especially if the leadership is excited, especially if, you know, that energy is there, where everybody just kind of feel this amazing, you know, kind of FOMO of where we're at. So I really believe that, you know, the summer is a perfect opportunity to build your business. Why? Because I believe that people are relaxed. When people are relaxed, they also are a bit more open-minded. They have time maybe to meet on their summer porch, you know, to have a cup of coffee together to discuss some kind of business, or to discuss some kind of opportunity that maybe can help them to get more vacations the next year. That can be a selling point in itself, because, you know, just the pitch in itself, just to go into pitches, etc. A little bit what Danish said, you know, when you are in the summer, when people actually have vacation, you can just call them up, a friendly call, and just ask them what they're doing, if they're enjoying their vacation, and of course they will say yes. And then you can say, look, I actually have a way where you can have much more vacation next year even, to really fill those gaps and holes that you need to fill to actually be away from work. There is many ways, of course, but you know, I also believe that during this summer, I think that the general crypto market will also start to move, and that will basically be free advertisement for you out there working on your behalf to kind of raise awareness regarding what you have to offer in the crypto space as well. Don't forget that, you know, as soon as these articles, as soon as the newspapers, as soon as the, you know, the news are starting to cover, you know, the cryptocurrency industry's growth, etc., and also different advertisements coming on people's Facebook, Instagram, etc., you know, that will gain traction for you, actually, if you have made them aware that you are in the crypto space. So that's also something we can see many times, of course, in the past bull markets, that people actually sometimes and many times have amazing growth if they have done the work prior to these bull markets in a good way, where people are aware that you are in the crypto space, where they kind of seek your advice in terms of who to actually turn to, who to actually ask questions to. And if you are that person, you are sitting in a position where you now don't actually have to call everybody. People are starting to call you. And I think that's a position and situation that is very, very nice in network marketing. Yeah, I just want to say that let's all really get together in Budapest. Let's really strategize there for the summer, get inspired for the summer, be properly prepared for the summer, you know, strategize with your team members to, after this event, go out back home to really, you know, maybe do a tour, plan with them to have a strategy on this event, and also maybe a pre-strategy before you actually meet in Budapest, where you kind of just settle the final details and the final dates of when you actually go out and push on the market that you guys are working on. We as the Den team, we are definitely looking at exactly this. We are looking at potential summer tours for our team to help and build where we can add value. And we would like to encourage you as well to do the same. It doesn't matter, of course, if you're in our team or in someone else's team. We are all in one team. We are all in the same company. We all share the same cryptocurrency that we want to see going up in value. So let's all go out there and really make a smashing work in terms of, first of all, filling up the event on the 8th of June in Budapest, and really make that a really, really successful event. And, you know, for everybody, especially in Europe, that is a perfect location. There is cheap flights to Budapest. There is great priced hotels as well in Budapest. And hopefully we will have an amazing weather in Budapest as well. So with those words, I will leave over to Emil again so he can round off this webinar. Thank you so much, guys, and see you soon.
Thank you, Navid. Thank you, Danish, and thank you for everyone that is part of this call. So with that, let me summarize for 2 minutes before we move on into the next week. So we have gone through all the latest updates, guys. Premium pool potentially becoming limited, and we get more information soon from Alex. Infinity bonus added to all levels. So make sure that you are checking that you are qualified. And with that, we can move into the new week with power certainty, knowing that we are in the fastest growing industry in the world, the most flexible market in the world and in history, where the whole financial system is transitioning right now. And for us to expect challenges to not be here, we should not then be a part of this industry. This is a industry with huge challenges, but because of that, a huge potential growth and opportunities. So make sure that you understand this. Make sure your mindset is correct in terms of this, because you will not enjoy the journey of the crypto market if you not understand the ups and downs, the challenges and changes. And with all of this, if you create a bulletproof mindset and you understand what the negatives of this industry is, you can reap the reward of the opportunities. And this is where trillions of dollars are going to be flooding into this industry. And we are now in an extremely fast-growing company of Ultima. And with this, we have an edge in the market and become the specialist. Like Navid said, this is the time for us to go out and be vocal. This is the time when the whole world moves to the blockchain, for us to explain to people, we are in the crypto market. I understand the market. I've been a part of this market. And when you become an expert to these people, they will come and ask you. And that's where you can guide them, support them, and help them, and introduce them to what we offer here in Ultima. With that being said, guys, we have an incredible week ahead of us. We look forward to an incredible event in Budapest, and we look forward to a lot of work during the summer. We have a lot of things that we are planning, and we know that Alex is going to continue with his 1,000 business partners ahead, alongside with him and employees. They will all be working to make the technology better, faster, stronger, and our job is to build the community. So let's do that, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you all on the next call. Bye-bye.